Hello, Cardinal fans, and welcome to Memorial Hall. I'm Ben Goldshine. This is my colleague, Mr. Matt Wolf, and we're here to see the Cardinals take on the Middlebury Panthers, trying to avenge the loss that the Lady Panthers just handed the Lady Cardinals here moments ago. But and this is a non-conference game, but to get you update on what's going on in the conference, it is a heated conference. Plattsburgh is number 2 right now at 9-3, just behind Brockport. And there's been a big change in the SUNYAC playoff scheduling here, as instead of being held on neutral ground for the last couple games, whoever is the top-seeded team will play host to the playoff game. So Plattsburgh's really gunning for that number 1 spot. They're just a half game behind. If they can get that, we'll see all the playoffs here in Memorial Hall, and that'll be really exciting. And Plattsburgh is right now has 8 games in a row they've won, and they're going to look to take it to 9 today. But first, let's see some highlights from the last game when Plattsburgh took on SUNY IT.
Absolutely, that was a great game for Plattsburgh as they dominated with the victory. And let's head it over to the video highlights. And they come out. They're ready to take on SUNY IT. For end of the first half, Anthony Williams with the drive. He gets the shot to beat the buzzer, going up 12 into halftime. We got a missed 3 from Miller, and we got a rebound by Hunt, and he's going to put it back in. Then we got Mike Dietz from the corner. He's going to drill it and get knocked over. Ooh, great shot. But we got a missed shot there. We got a tip by Dietz, who goes to give it to Miller, and he gives it to Williams, who's going to take it against 2 defenders and make the shot. Great play by him. And then we got Gorham. He's coming up with a big block. He's going to pass it, and he's going to run the floor like a big man should, and he's going to get the layup. Great play by Gorham. Now we got Chris Laborde coming up for the other team. He had 24 points in this game. This was just 2 of them. They were really nice right there. And then we got Gilf. Miller gets the board. He's going coast to coast, and he's going to get the layup. Great play by Miller. Then we got Chris Reeves doing his part to keep him in the game. He drills the pretty jumper. And then we got 2 exclamation points. Alley-oop to Darrell. And then we got a steal by Miller. Throws it up to Williams. He's going to go for the 2nd exclamation point in a row. Alley-oop to Thomas, and that is the final play. Biggest play of the game as Plattsburgh wins 91-76. Miller scored 16 points, and Williams had 21 points and 12 assists. And Gorham also had 14 points and 13 boards. Okay, now we got a player to watch here. It's Travis Gorham, it's going to be. He has a lot of great attributes for this team. He's been a great defensive player, a great offensive player.
Yeah, he does it all. He was the SUNYAC Player of the Month for a week.
Here he comes. There he is making a nice layup. As he has averaged 10 rebounds a game this season. As you can see, great defense here. He's coming at the defender, closing out well. And then we got a 3-pointer. It's going to go in. And he's going to come up with a board here, and he's going to pass it out. He also averages 3 assists for Plattsburgh as they drill that 3. And just defensively, he brings everything. And he has no problem. There's the block, and he runs the floor just like a big man should. And he makes that layup. Great play. We saw that one on the other highlight reel as well. And there he is shooting some free throws. He's very good. And there's a nice defensive play. So he's bringing everything. He has no problem going to the floor for the ball. He is just one of their best players, no doubt.
Yeah, Gorham really does it all for this team. But over on Middlebury's side, Middlebury's 13-8 this year overall, but they're only 3-4 in their conference, which is the NESCAC. And they've got a couple of sharpshooters here from what I can see. Andrew Harris, a guard, is 2nd on the team in scoring with 13 points a game, but he is a deadly accurate 47% from 3-point range, and that's on 115 shots. He's hit 54 of them. So that's really a guy they're going to have to watch on the perimeter.
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. I mean, you look at Evan Thompson. He also hits 52% from 3-point land, which is pretty good. 2 players over 45%. But I believe we have a play to break down on the videotape from the last game. So that's pretty exciting.
That against SUNY IT.
Yep. I believe we have a play, and here it is. You can tell this is an example of how good Plattsburgh is with teamwork as they're trying to break the light press. And Gorham gets the ball and passes it over to Williams. You can see there's 2 defenders there. And you can just see how great the teamwork is because he goes back, he makes a cross-court pass to Hunt, who gets the ball down in the corner. And they're going to, and there's 2 defenders in the lane there. As you can see, SUNY IT is about to break it back into a zone defense, and they're just passing right around it. Mike Dietz drives and makes the defense collapse, and Gorham gets the ball back on the top. And he is going to make another nice pass over on the outside. Very patient, and they're going to get it back to Miller. and he is going to pass it back, and Miller will get the ball here, and you'll see the defender come up on him, and he's just going to drive right by for a great play by Plattsburgh. Just a fantastic play. It exemplified everything we've been seeing. Great teamwork, great ball handling, and everything you need from Plattsburgh.
Yeah, that really is. Like you mentioned, you saw how patient it was. Wait for your shot, and Plattsburgh does. And they've got so many different ways to do it. And you saw the good cross-court passes there to break the trap, and then just wait until the defense makes a mistake. And Plattsburgh's going to be there to capitalize, as they've done for a lot of games in a row now.
All right, and my final thoughts for this game. I don't know how much we're going to see everybody play like we usually do. My philosophy is this is a non-conference game. It really doesn't mean that much in the standings. It won't affect their SUNYAC play. I would expect to see maybe some players we don't usually see, maybe Thomas, maybe Tangley. We might see some of those guys today, as I fully expect Plattsburgh to win this game, but at the same time, I don't expect to see everyone we see as much.
Yeah, this game isn't as important, so I expect the same thing. I think Muhammad Yanji is going to get a lot of minutes because he's a freshman who's showing a lot of good things and a big guy down there. But it's still going to be a good one here. We're hoping. And I'm going to send it.
Let's wrap it up.
Back over to the booth.
And we are done with the pregame show. We'll see you in a bit for tip-off. I'm Matt Wolf with Ben Goldshine.